Good morning, boys and girls, ladies and gents. Now, I've got myself a little present. It is a SIP Pro 250 MIG arc and TIG welder. Now that's for a project that may involve that over there, don't look. But I thought we'll get it out of the box, we'll get it completely unboxed, get it put together, and we'll have a little play with it and see just how good one of these SIP WeldMate inverter technology welders actually is. So we'll get it out of the box, get it put together and set it up, and let's see how good it actually is and do a slight review on this lovely welder. Right, boys and girls, I've got the WeldMate out of the box. So if you haven't done already, make sure you hit the subscribe button and ring the little bell. You'll be notified of my videos every Tuesday and Friday, because I promise we have some exciting videos coming up. So just looking at the welder, so what you get in the box is obviously earth lead, MIG torch, which is actually quite a big one. You don't get the regulator, I brought that separately. You get obviously the pipe for the gas. You don't get the chains for the gas ball. It's a little bit annoying, but not the end of the world. You get obviously all the spare rollers because it'll do flux core wire and various other things. You get a TIG lead, arc welder lead, and then you can also, I think, buy an optional TIG lead as well. Because obviously it does both. So these are the settings. Let's open this door. So it's got Sygenic compact controls. So basically what that means is you haven't got to mess about with the wire speed as such. You just change the amperage and everything changes with it, which is quite fancy. You obviously can adjust the wire separately if you want it, you know, if you want less wire, more wire, but basically you just select the wire size. So I've got 1mm, could have gone to 1.2, but 1's good enough. Still mixed to the gas, click the Sygenic button, this is your trigger controls and this is what you're welding. So that part is pretty simple. Now it looks quite nice, I must admit. Now I did a couple of little test runs with it last night when I was putting it together. So far so good, seems pretty good, welds nicely. That was on some thick cutting edge off a bucket. It's obviously not the best steel to try it with, but basically I've got a little bit of thin plate there just to see if it'll weld some thin stuff. Got a bit more of a thick box section there, which also needs to clean up a little bit, and we'll try and weld that. And then we'll just see what it's like, shall we? So it's not a sponsored video. I did get a slight discount on the welder, but it's not sponsored. I haven't been paid to say good things about it. Just got a slight discount on it for the next project, which is coming up, which I'll show you. This here is the next project, which we'll get onto. Some structural steel components, gave me a free hat, but we'll get onto that in a different video. But obviously this one is about the lovely MIG. So we'll lay a bead on that little thin piece of sheet metal and see what it welds like. Right, that's the piece of sheet metal that we're going to weld. Right, just adjusting the wire speed, or not speed, the gas flow rate. So this is on 100 amps. Not entirely sure what wire speed, but it's on about 100 amps at 15, 16 volts, whatever that means. So let's just run a bead on here and see what it runs like. Okay, 100 amps is too much for that little piece of metal. So let's just go down. I think it goes quite low, this. 40 amps, let's try that, shall we? So it's not too bad. A little bit of practice would be better. But obviously I haven't brought this welder to weld sheet metal. It's not terrible, not my prettiest of welds. So what we'll do is we'll clean this bit of hello. We'll clean this little bit of box section up and we'll weld that at about 100 amps. And we'll have a look and see how good it is. Right, I've got it cleaned up a little bit with the wire wheel. Not as clean as I would probably normally have it, but it'll do for a second. So we'll go up to about, I don't know, 120 amps. And we will just send it, see what happens. Might not like it because it's not the cleanest, but we'll try. So angle you down so you can see it. Lovely. So it burns through that pretty easily. One more go. That's better. Right, that's enough of that. We've had a bit of fun. So, my honest thoughts on the welder is that a little bit of fine tuning I think will be needed. So, you know, there's many settings on there that I don't particularly know what to do. I'm good at welding, I'm just not so good at setting the welders up. But anyway, this is what I got. So, I don't know where you can see it. These beads aren't too bad. Obviously it's not the cleanest metal, which doesn't help. But the penetration, it's not hot. Penetration is good. I mean, that's pretty much gone through. I melted through there. Don't know if you're about to see the inside of it. Yeah, the penetration is all there, which makes me confident. So I think they're not bad, considering I haven't properly set it up and a bit of fine tuning. She will be mint. Yeah. So that is the SIP welder. Like I say, a little bit of fine tuning probably wouldn't go amiss, but nothing that's not quite easily sortable. Like I say, just getting it to weld the way that you want it to weld with a little bit of fine tuning, although it's got that Sygenic controls. Sometimes you just need to set it a little bit yourself manually, which you can do as well. So I think all is good. Like I say, small discount on it, but not massive. And overall, I think it's pretty good. We'll find out once I start the new project, because I'll be welding plates such as this bit of 10mm plate. I've got a bit of 12mm plate to weld. Lots and lots of different plates to weld. So that is a fun project in itself, which is the whole reason I had to get this. Because my old one wasn't quite enough. It was 180 amps, which just wouldn't quite have sufficed. It might have done it, but it wouldn't have been the best. Wouldn't have the best penetration. So the smartest choice was to get a new welder that's slightly more powerful, and that is what we went for. So it's got the four roller drive for the wire, because obviously you get a better wire feed with 4 rollers than you would anything else. So I went for the 4 roller one, which is the Pro. Like I say, I'm welding with 1mm wire. And yeah, that's it really. The stickers are quite nice. I think it's actually got a protective coating on there, but I'm going to leave that on, because why would you take it off? Like I say, the trigger and the gun's quite nice. It just, overall, seems like a well-built machine. So that's my honest opinion of this lovely welder. Bit of a different one. No, I'm not really getting into reviews of stuff, because as you would have told by this video, I'm not very good at it. But anyway, that's the SIP welder. Which, yeah, nothing more really to say. If you want to see more of it, then make sure you do subscribe, because plenty more of that coming up. And then hopefully we can lay some decent welds like this. I mean, that one there is not bad. I like that one. That one's not bad. That one's a little bit cold, I would say, because it's not quite flowed out as nicely as that one. These were a little bit too hot towards the end. I think it's got like induction start or something, so it changes the power as you get going. But like I say, a bit of fine tuning should be mint. So anyway, that's it for today. Hopefully you enjoyed the video on the lovely welder, and we will see you in the next one, which might be the Macro, might not be the Macro. Got some new lights for that, which is pretty good. Right, I'll see you in the next one. Beautiful. Got to get those thumbnail shots. It's the easiest way I've figured out how to do it. It's just give it a lick and be a bit weird. Oh well.